a live Q&A every day, 30 days straight. I'm doing a live Q&A. I'm probably about day 21 right now. I'll go back into the lives. I can count them up, but we're somewhere right around 21. So we'll jump on here, see what you guys got going for Thanksgiving. Tell you what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. Answer any questions during the live Q&A, and see what everybody's got going, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Wherever you at, whatever you got going on, hope you make the best of it. I hope you get to spend it with family, friends, people you love, people you want to be around. And if not, well, for those that watch from prison, I know you don't like it there, homie, but keep your head up, man. Keep yourself straight. So where's everybody at today? Anybody watching? Where are you at? What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? And do you just eat like a mad person, out of control, devouring everything on the table? Hey, Kelly, what's up? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Every time I get on live, man, I get sinus. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Ronnie Poland. Appreciate you. Joseph Climola, happy Thanksgiving. So while we got everybody on here, man, yeah, thank you, Kelly. You guys tell me where you're from, like where you at today. Not even where you're from, where you at today, because some people travel. You know, Thanksgiving is a huge day for travel. Huge, huge day. Well, I'm waiting on that. Who wants to hear the bike crank up? Who wants to fire the bike off? Chilling at home in Denver with family. Deviled eggs are fire. Hey, man, my wife makes some of the most fire deviled eggs. You know, my wife is from Thailand. She's Asian. And that's just not what I expected her specialty to be was deviled eggs. She makes some fire deviled eggs, and they're spicy. Who likes spicy deviled eggs? That's what I need to know. Check this out. We're going to fire it up. Give them a little shout out for Thanksgiving. Oh, welcome. In America, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But whatever you do, guys, whatever holiday is coming up, happy holiday to you, man. A happy day to you today. South Jersey, Kelly said, Kettering, Ohio. Is it Kettering or Kettering? I think it's Kettering. Not doing anything today. All right. Well, you just keep your head up. Keep smiling. Keep being happy. That's the main thing. OT90 said, up working, studying here, 3 a.m. and all. No Thanksgiving. 3 a.m. You're on the live? Hey, I appreciate that. That's dope, man. That's dope. Appreciate it. Joseph Claude Mola said, she's a secret agent. She might be. She might be, man. She always got some shit that I'm learning from. So who knows? No doubt. Quadrex, my brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. I had to go over here and move this car. My wife been telling me to get it off her grass. I'm gonna move it with you guys. Ruby, what's up? How you doing? Who wants to help me? Who wants to come with me to move the car? You know I'm giving this car away, man. So let me just show you guys real quick. It's a 2021 Polaris. I'm gonna be giving this car away. We're gonna be doing like a raffle. Same thing I'm doing with the bike, but I'm gonna be giving it away after the bike, after the Harley Davidson giveaway. I'm gonna give this baby away. So we gotta do a lot of things because we're gonna Airbnb this house. Y'all hear it now? We're gonna Airbnb our house that we're currently living in San Diego, and so we got to do a lot of things to get moved out of the house. One of the things is clean the damn yard up, you know. Oh, here we go. I can't drive it too fast around here because my yard is way too little. It's up to me. Backyard be a dirt pit. I'd have the yard all fucked up. Oh, look how close we are. We're gonna do a burnout on here. Thanksgiving burnout. Who wants to do a Thanksgiving burnout? Tell the neighbors. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. What y'all think? A good burnout is in order. Who's down for a good burnout? What y'all think? I think Thanksgiving is the perfect day for a good burnout. Burn it. Oh, shit. This car's super fun, man. This thing, when you hit the desert in this car, the woods, anywhere off road, this thing is not to play with. Super fast. It's 4-wheel drive too. I know neighbors don't like that. Let's see what it did. They've been looking at me crazy. Oh shit, man, it's fun to just keep having fun. People are like, "Oh man, yeah, like a big kid." Yeah, so what? I'm fucking happy. That's the critical thing, right? Being happy. Like if you ain't fucking happy, what are you doing in life? You're over here being all serious all the time, right? Looking like you sucked on a lemon, right? Like you're running around sucking on lemons. Let me put this thing down. I gotta get this battery charger out of my car. So with these cars, man, when you have them, you got to keep a battery charger on it. It's not like a regular car. And so I got to get it out of here real quick. Sorry about bouncing the camera all around. Yeah. So, what you guys got planned for today? Spending the day with family. All of my family except me and my wife moved out of California. They're all back in like Florida. Um, so it's just me and my wife here today, which is the best, right? As long as I got her, it's me and her is really all you need. But it is nice to spend time with family, obviously, right? It's always nice. We should be over for Christmas, the next holiday. Uh, we'll be over in Florida, which is where all my family is. My wife has family there too. So we'll be over there probably Christmas time. Well, I know we'll be there because we got to be out of here by December 8th. And we'll be back over there. Anthony Garcia, what up, homie? Let's get it. Hey, sweet. Do it. What the hell? Hey, I heard that. I have read the first chapter of your mindset program. It is good stuff. Glad I got it. Hey, Ruby, cool. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And I tell people, like, I don't even email and ask you to say nothing. I'm just like, tell how you feel right here. Like, if you feel any type of way, let it be known. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they sell programs, which is a really good thing, it's a good marketing tactic. You know, you get people email them and try to basically get a good positive review from them, right? I want real reviews, real honest reviews. Like, tell it how it is, you know? So, yeah, I appreciate that, Ruby, for sure. And listen, I said last night, I'm redoing my program in the format of more like video presentation. And it's going to be a lot more interactive. It's going to be a lot of me explaining things, giving you reading parts of the program, and then giving you examples of how to apply the program. And so when I do that, anybody who's already purchased the program, I'm gonna give you access to the new program. Now, if you already purchased the program, that doesn't mean sit around and wait on the new one to come out because it's going to take me a little while to get that in order because it is a lot of work. But you heard it right here. I said it last night. I'm saying it again. If you already have the program, when the new one comes out, you're going to get direct access to the new program. Ultimately, as I'm building the program, I'm going to branch into other portions of different types of programs. I mean, but in the long run, we'll be building a group. Like I'm gonna build a community where anybody that's part of the program, everybody can join the community. You can conversate back and forth about it. Just like a private group, and that way we can talk about each other's examples, each other's stories, how it's helped you, and, anything that you may want to suggest, like to add to a program or change in a program, because nobody's perfect, right? I don't care who you are, what program you're selling. They're never exactly perfect. There's always room for improvement. So we'll be open to that as well. Richard Dallin, happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you, brother. And Joseph Clamola, she's going to poison those deviled eggs for that. She's probably awake now, too. She's definitely awake. I done cranked the motorcycle up, and the motorcycle's loud as fuck. I cranked the motorcycle up. I cranked the car up. But she's been telling me move the car, like get it off of the grass. So it's off the grass. Ronnie said, I'm feeding horses for friends that went to be with family. Hey, man, that's cool. I know they appreciate that. Donnie 904, Jacksonville in here. What's up, homie? Happy Thanksgiving. Uh, Ruby said, yep. Yeah, that will be cool, Ruby, for sure. No doubt. Lily, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Good to see you on here. Your positive energy and positive outlook on life has drawn me to it. Life is one of two things. And honestly, where we're at in life, this is like when this shit comes up, it gets me excited to talk about it because every day we come in and we interact with a bunch of different people, right? You see how people are carrying themselves. You see how people are responding and reacting, whether you're going to work, whether you're just out in the neighborhood, whether you're out shopping somewhere, whatever the case is. We interact with people every single day, and you see there's like a big difference in people how they carry themselves. And then you got people who, wherever they're at in life, they're like, if they're not doing that good in life, they're blaming it on shit. Listen, we carry ourselves, we respond to situations, we are where we are in life. Every single one of us, from the choices that we make. The mindset that we have is going to determine where we are in life. Now, we're going to go through hardships that are uncontrollable, right? That's life. We're going to get hit with hardships. We're going to get hit with difficult times that are out of our control. But you still have the choice to respond, to react to that, to learn, to grow from that shit, to become bigger, better, and stronger. To say, you know what? Yeah, I went through this fucking shit. I went through this hardship. Or life didn't work out exactly as I planned. Okay, regroup. Look at what you did. Reanalyze it. Look at why life didn't work out that way. And you could do something bigger and better. You can become more successful. And it all leads back to mindset. Like if you're trying to get into like real estate, right? Real estate's a really hard profession for new people because, like, if you look at the amount of houses, just as an example, the amount of houses that are on the market for sale versus the amount of realtors, there's way more realtors. So it's a dogfight, right? And when you get into that business, a lot of young people, especially when they get into it, they're like gung ho, thinking they're going to jump right in. Boom, feet on the ground, and they're running. They're making all type of money, right? It don't work like that. It's a slow going process. And a lot of jobs are like that. A lot of careers are like that. Um, and where a lot of people fail, a lot of people quit is the mindset. And so that's why I'm like, it's super critical, no matter what it is that you're trying to succeed in life at, whether it's relationships, whether it's career, whether it's just your daily happiness, it all goes back to mindset. 100%. No matter what you're trying to succeed at, it goes back to mindset. Um, your belief that everything is possible, yeah, 100%. Richard Dowling, hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bud. Dan, happy Thanksgiving, man. Send you an email later today. Okay, brother. I appreciate it. I'll be looking for it. Quadrant said, my neighbor is from America, ex-airline pilot, ex-con, and his wife, an ex-air hostess from Malaysia. My dad's visiting them for Thanksgiving dinner. All right. He's an ex-pilot and an ex-con. Maybe he was piloting the wrong things. Who knows, man? Justin Hale. What's up, brother? Morning. Hope all is well. Yeah, man. We're out here chilling. We're in San Diego. We're going to be moving from here. I'm going to Airbnb this house real soon, coming up December. Um, Currently, we got a giveaway going on. I'm giving away this 2007 Harley Davidson Road King. There were 600 entries available when we started. Um, as we progress, we're going to be giving away more things on the channel. We got to get rid of this Road King first. Uh, I'm studying right now how to run ads for those type of things. Because look, Facebook will let you run an ad on anything you want. If you want to sell a pair of tennis shoes, you can run an ad. You can sell shoestrings on there. It doesn't matter, or whatever it is. You're trying to do a giveaway. You want to get more eyes on it. You're selling your program. You want more eyes on it. They'll take your money all day. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. That don't mean it's going to get in front of the right people. So I've been studying that so that I can actually get more eyes on the giveaway to kind of speed it up so that we could do that car giveaway. The car sitting over there. that's that's going to be super fun, man. Because right now, as it is, the amount of people that can actually ride this bike or would have a bike like this is a little bit smaller. The window of people that would have a bike like this is a little bit smaller. I mean, it's a great bike. Man or woman can ride it. Man and woman can ride it, obviously, right? But with that car, that's a family car. Like, it's got 4 seats in it. You can take the whole family out in it. Kids can even drive it. So it's just there's more people that car will fit. So that's gonna be super fun. I can't wait to do that. Um, Quadrack said, I made good money selling shoes on Facebook locally without using paid advertisements. Hope the studying is going well. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Does the giveaway apply to Canada? You can enter the giveaway in Canada. The only issue would be is that you would have to come across the border into America to receive the giveaway. I cannot bring it across the border, and that's just like the rules for the giveaways. It's called a sweepstakes. The rules, and you can read it on my website, by the way. That the rules state that we cannot ship out of country when we're doing a sweepstakes. So you can enter, but you would have to come here to pick it up. Ruby said, no one wants to give you help to get ahead. You have to figure stuff out for yourself, but I believe that everyone can. Internet makes it so much possible. Knowledge out there, but difficult. Know who to follow. That's a funny story. I mean, funny thing because 2 days ago, not yesterday, the day before, I was on the phone with a friend of mine who in Jacksonville. We grew up together. We used to sell drugs together, um, ran the streets together, did a lot of shit together. We were just maniac, young people. Like, we thought we had shit figured out, but we did not. And so he went to prison. I went to prison. It was just a lot of crazy shit, right? And now, we've grown past all that and we can look back and talk about it and laugh about it. We got robbed together. We got robbed in New Orleans at gunpoint. We were trying to buy some weed from some guys. And these girls that we met in New Orleans set us up. And the guys busted in the door with guns. We're sitting here like, oh shit. Like, they're in front of you. We're sitting on the couch. It was like, you got us. So, anyways, it's a long story. But him and I were talking, and he owns a paint company in Jacksonville now. He paints houses. And he was like, man, I got to do something, more that I could do long term as I get older. He's like, painting houses isn't something I want to do forever. I'm like, bro, there's unlimited options. Well, I'm talking on the phone. I'm sitting here in California. He's in Florida, and we're chatting about it. I'm like, dude, there's an easy one. You can get into real estate. Like, if you got a little bit of cash to put into real estate, that's something that you could do. I'm not talking about becoming a realtor. I'm talking about investing in the real estate, right? And that's something that you could do. That you could do it long term. You could do it even when you retire. And so we're talking about it, and I'm like, here, I'm pulling up addresses of properties. He told me about a piece of property that was right by his house. I pull it up. I find the people that own it. The point is, when you were saying, Ruby, about the internet, there's a lot of knowledge out there, right? So I'll pull it up, and I'm pulling up different information. I'm like, bro, if you can buy this piece of property for that amount, like where you're at, the location is perfect to build on. And if you could build on it at $150 per square foot, a house, it's actually a really big come up in his neighborhood. And so when we're talking and we're going back and forth about it, I'm telling him about the real estate, different ways you could get into it. He's like, man, if we would have known this when we were young, if we would have had internet like this when we were young, he's like, there ain't no telling where we would be. I'm like, yeah, that's true. You can look at it like that, but you can also look at it like you have that shit right now. It doesn't matter if you had it when you were young. What matters is you do have it right now. And the possibilities are unlimited. If you create the right mindset and then you use the tools that are available, there's no fucking excuse to not have all the success in life that you want, to be as happy as you fucking want, to have whatever it is. If you're into like having things, because some people don't really give a shit about having things. I think that the people that usually say they don't care about having things is because they don't have things and then they've submitted to a life of, damn, I can't do it, I can't make it, I can't get it, which is just a broken fucking mindset. Bullshit. You can't get it. When people say, "Oh, money's not important," it's usually because they don't have money and they've given up on their belief that they can make more money and they can have more money. Not saying it's just a magic pill you swallow and boom, you got whatever the fuck you want. No, this is a process, and when you apply it, and when you follow it, and when you believe in it, and when you reanalyze it as you're going, the shit fucking works. Doors begin to unlock. Kelly said, "I couldn't even get on that bike. I'm only 5'2". You can get on the back. And if you don't listen, you got to have a dude ride you. It's that easy. But there's women that ride these bikes. The back is airbag, so it sits down pretty low. All you got to do is YouTube it. There's women that ride these, but you get a dude to drive you around. Any dude would love to ride on here, so there you go. If not, you can win the bike and sell it. Major come up right there. I would probably had to pay the duty taxes on it when bringing it back to Canada, but still well worth it. No matter what the duty taxes are, well worth it. If you can enter to win this bike right now at $35 and you only have to pay duty taxes, well worth it. Bon White, what's up, brother? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Appreciate you being on here. Justin Hill said, I remember that story you got. Yeah, we got put in the tub. I'll tell you about that right here in a second. I said it was a long story, right? Elro Casanova, what about the UK? I would imagine that shipping this bike to the UK would be pretty expensive. That's something that you would have to orchestrate yourself as well, because uh, running a sweepstakes under a company, I can't ship it personally. The company can't ship it, and I'm doing it 100% the legal way. Like I'm not trying to get on the wrong side of things. You know what I mean? I lived my whole life on the wrong side of things prior to going to prison, and I'm trying to make sure I'm doing all the shit right. Like I started the coffee business a few years ago, and I was putting CBD in it. No big deal. Fucking CBD. It's like nothing. And I got a cease and desist order from the FDA to my home address, which is where I registered the coffee company to. And immediately I'm like, that's a government entity, the FDA. It sounds like no big deal, but they sent me a thing to my address. I immediately was like, okay, I can't do this no more. I mean, I could have found another solution or workaround, but because it was registered to my home address, I was like, yeah, I'm not having these people come mess with me. So my point is, I'm just trying to follow all the rules, brother. When they robbed you, you guys, did they perhaps mention Thanksgiving? No, they didn't, brother. They sure didn't. Bastards. I was in a different mindset back then, too. I was pretty angry. Thankfully, it happened in New Orleans. Like it wasn't local, because if it would have been local, if it would have happened local, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. I'd probably be in prison forever. So thank God it happened way in New Orleans, and we had to drive all the way back to Jacksonville, Florida, uh, and lick our wounds over there. Kelly said, hit the like, subscribe, and share. But yeah, for sure. Thank you, Kelly. The goat. Thank you, Rudy. I'll give you a booster seat, Kelly. There you go. Justin said he'll give you a booster seat. You're gonna need. You don't need a booster seat. You need real tall shoes with platforms on them. Extend your legs down a little bit longer. And so, about that story, somebody brought it up and said, "Did y'all get put in the bathtub?" Or he said he remembered the story where we got put in the bathtub. Right? Crazy, crazy story. Me and my buddy from Jacksonville, we're young kids. We're trying to get into selling weed. We were selling crack. We were crack dealers. It's not even funny, but it's funny even saying it now. We were crack dealers, like white crack dealers. But we're like, oh man, we can go grab some weed out here in New Orleans. It was supposed to be really good prices, right? And when it's really like too good to be true, it typically is. But we head over there, go with two friends, and we get to this area where there was a college called Southern University. There's no white people. Not on no funny shit. It is what it is. I went with me and a white guy went with two other black guys, but where we went, it was all black. The college is all black. The area is all black. When we were over there walking around, everybody's looking at me and the white guy. They're like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all don't belong here." Not only that, we're walking around with big gold chains, a lot of jewelry on. Like you can see immediately. Like we like that type of attention, though, right? So we're hanging out. We keep getting the runaround from the people we were trying to go get the weed from. And at one point, me and my buddy, the white guy, we're just like, "Hey, man, we're about done with this. We're about ready to go." And but we drove in a car with the other two guys, and so we met two girls, two black chicks, and we were hanging out with them, just cool chicks, hanging out with them. We go back to their apartment. Now the girls know we got cash on us, and they ended up calling. We didn't realize that the girl was on the phone calling, or who she was calling, and she called some guys to come and rob us. And so we're sitting in the girls' apartment. A couple people that came by, they bought a little bit of weed from the girls, like a little bag of weed. We were coming to get pounds of weed. And so um, the last knock at the door, one of the girls that was on the couch by us, she jumps up and grabs the door handle and slings the door open. Didn't look to see who was there, didn't ask anything. Like she knew who it was, clearly set us up, right? And they run in, they got guns. They got, they're wearing glasses, a hat, and the doctor's mask, like a COVID mask. They were wearing a COVID mask. This is way pre-COVID. This is in the 90s, late 90s. And so they run in and they're like, "Give us all the dope." And we're like, "What dope? We don't have any dope." they're yelling at us. They got us like this, with our hands up. And they're like, "Where's the dope? Where's the dope?" We were like, "We don't have no dope." So they start digging through all our stuff. "Where's the money at?" I'm like, "Here, you take whatever money you got." I'm not arguing with a bullet. You can't win when you're arguing with a bullet. Like, I don't have a weapon. Like, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation immediately. These dudes got guns pointing in our face. Not a good situation, right? And so my buddy's got an attitude though, and they tell us like they're taking all our shit. They tell us to get undressed. Okay, take my clothes off. I'm not arguing with this man with the gun. Take my clothes off. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll be naked, but I'm alive. So my buddy said, "Man, he didn't want to take his clothes off," and he was like, "I'm not taking my clothes off." And the dude took the gun and hit him. Boom! And like hit him in the head, whacked his ass, pistol whipped him. And then he cocks the gun. He says, "I'm about to kill this cracker." Literally, that's what he said. "I'm about to kill this cracker." And I'm like, "Bro, get undressed right now. Fucking stop playing. What the fuck? Get undressed." And so he gets undressed, obviously. He's still alive to this day. So they get us undressed. They take all our shit. They take most of his clothes with them. But before they leave, they take us down the hallway. They got us at gunpoint. They take us into the bathroom. They tell us get in the tub. I'm like, damn, these fools done made us get undressed. They're trying to. That's like a form of humiliation where they're making you get undressed while they're robbing you. You're completely powerless. And they tell us get in the tub. What's the purpose in this other than to shoot us so the blood can go down the drain? Way less mess to clean up. And it's easy cleanup. I'm like, God dang, this is going to be a terrible way to die. I'm in the bathtub with another man. We're spooning in the bathtub. I'm in the bath. Like, oh my God, we are spooning in a bathtub after just getting robbed. Anyway, so they tell us to get in the bathtub and lay down. So we're laying down in the bathtub. I'm like, what a terrible situation. I'm never coming back here again. If I do, it's going to be pure mayhem. But so we lay in the bathtub. The guys leave. Obviously, they did not shoot us, thankfully. Uh, they leave. And when we get out of the bathtub, like we are hot. We're like pissed off. We're like, we know you bitches set us up. They're females, so we're not trying to hurt the females, but we're pissed off. And I think there was $20 sitting on like a table somewhere in their hallway or some shit. My buddy grabbed that money. He's like, "I'm taking this." And the girls take us to the airport. That when they were on the phone calling people, they were supposedly calling to arrange an airline ticket for us. We get to the airport. The airport's not even open. Like, what, bitch? Thought you was calling the airport. No, yeah, now we like are putting all the pieces together. And we know you got us. So we're obviously hot, right? And like I said, it was a good thing that it wasn't local because I only had one intention: go back to Jacksonville and get some things that were available. But this guy, I knew he had a box of hand grenades. Sounds crazy. Sounds like pure outlandish bullshit. But the man had a box of hand grenades. So we're going back over there. There's gonna be pure destruction. We're gonna blow some shit up. That didn't happen. By the time we drove back to Jacksonville, it's a long ride from New Orleans. Really started thinking about it. It's like, man, it's really not even worth going back. We don't even know who these masked bandits were. They come in there with like doctor's mask on with glasses and a hat. We don't know who they were. We're not from there. We're like, we're gonna go back and blow the wrong people up. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. But we learned from that. Lived from it, lived through it, obviously. Thank goodness. Um, Definitely don't do that type of shit anymore. It's part of being young for some people. Probably not most, though. Definitely was for me. I was always on doing some crazy shit. Let's see where we're at. Joseph said, favorite Thanksgiving food and tell the whole robbery story, bro. I think I heard it before. Yeah, that was the whole robbery story. Favorite Thanksgiving food? Um, my wife's deviled eggs. If she hears that, she can say, yeah, yeah, deviled eggs that my wife makes. She hand makes them. I need her to come on down here and start working. Well, I'm going to help her. That is my favorite. Oh, no platforms are too high for you. You can't walk on platforms. Yeah, it is. That was a funny story. Uh, Jazz Sean, what up, man? Jazz Sean, 88. Keep up the good work, bro. Been a fan since the old days. Blessings your way. I appreciate it, man. Joseph said, living that movie Training Day in real life. The bathtub part. Man, I got. Oh, it's like all of my past stories are could be used in a movie script. I mean, I've got a movie script written from my days right before prison and then my prison escape. There's a movie script that is written. I have it. I paid for it. I just haven't got it made yet. But I got so many stories that when people hear them, they're like, God dang, just one story is like more than most people have gone through. But I got a bunch of them. Honestly, that just tells you, man, there's like, I don't know the reasoning. I don't know how the hell we're here. Like, we can believe anything you want to believe. You can have faith in whatever, but there is definitely purpose to life. And I know my purpose in life, all the shit that I've been through, that I've lived through it, and now I'm at the point where I'm at today, just tells me that my purpose is to share my story, to motivate people, to encourage people, to lift people up, to show people, listen, whatever the fuck you're going through in life, no matter where you're at, you can pull yourself out of that shit. But I can tell you firsthand, the shit that you're in, the shit that you're going through is self-induced. Like, there's a common thing that happens in life when like we're dealing with somebody, even in like relationships, right? You're having a difficult time in your relationship. Next thing you know, you're just fucking stressed out, depressed, sad, feeling lonely, feeling all the bad shit, right? The negative shit. And what tends to happen is the person blames it on their spouse, either the way they're treating them, they're cheating on them, whatever, right? The spouse doesn't make you feel that way. If you choose to stay in that situation, then you're choosing to feel that way about that situation. But no matter what that person does, you have to choose to feel that way. And we all have choices. You can choose to not feel that way, and you can get out of that situation, no matter what it is. And so I know that going through everything that I've gone through in life and sharing my life story and being able to say, look, I fucking am where I am today because I turned my life around and made different choices, then yeah, I know that's my purpose, man. But like, can I ask, what lane are you in prison? Or do you have a video on it? No, I don't have a video on it. I don't have video on that, and so I've just been doing a lot of lives. I've been doing a lot of work on um, learning how to edit videos. I'm doing YouTube every single day. I'm trying to make shorts. There's a whole lot of shit that goes into YouTube, right? But then I'm like the prison genre, which is what most people even ever subscribe to my channel for. It's just like how many prison stories can you tell over and over? I'm like, I don't care to tell those over and over, but my personal story is one that I'm definitely going to be doing for you guys. I'm going to tell why I went to prison, which I'll tell right now why I went to prison. I'm going to tell about my escape story. I'm going to tell about my time in solitary confinement, the big defining moments in my life story. I'm going to redo those videos for you guys and put them back on my channel 100%. So what landed me in prison was originally I got charged with first degree murder, which is a capital felony, but I wasn't guilty of that. I got charged with first degree murder, and I'll tell you why right now. Someone has to make a movie about a movie or a show about your life. The story almost giving up drowning in a river is one of the most emotional stories I've ever heard. Yeah, no doubt, man. Deviled means heavily seasoned. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Never knew that. She makes them heavily seasoned too, and they're spicy. And I like spicy shit. Did they steal your clothes? Were you dropped in the airport just free balling? Oh no, 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 no. They didn't get my clothes. They took his clothes. They wanted to argue. I put my clothes back on, and then he wore some of my clothes. So we got lucky. We had a bag. I mean, we were there staying for a couple of days. All right. So what landed me in prison was I was a young kid. When I say young kid, young man, I was a drug dealer in my neighborhood, like well-known drug dealer. I was living in an area that was a lot of poor white people, and for the area, what I was doing really stood out. You know, I had nice cars. I had I got pulled over one time. A cop told me, he said, "Oh, it's you." He's like, "You change cars more than I change underwear." I would literally buy a car almost every week at the auction. I was just for a young kid where I lived at, the police were like, "Bitch, we know you're up to something." And then they found out. Once they found out what I was doing, they were just on my trail constantly for good reason. You know, I was selling crack in the neighborhood, so I don't condone that. I don't like think that's a good thing. I'm not even happy about it, but I'm just telling you guys my life story. And so, being this young person in this area, it drew a lot of attention, not only from the cops, but from other young people in the area. Other guys started trying to be drug dealers in the area, and then there's a bunch of young females that it obviously attracted attention from. However, I was married, had a child, and there was this one chick that it's crazy because we never did anything but talk, only flirted with each other, never did anything beyond words, just flirted. Ones that went further than that, but this particular one, that's all that it was. And so, um, her boyfriend at the time was smoking crack, and he had a lot of money, and he was spending a lot of money with me. I told her one day, I was like, "Hey, listen, like she's from a poor family. Most of her family's on drugs. It's probably obviously bad advice, but it was way better than what even she ended up doing." And I was like, "Look, you need to have a kid with this guy before he spends all of his money. At least get some of it, because otherwise he's going to spend it all on crack. Yeah, he's spending it with me, but uh, I don't need it. Shit, like get some of it." And so she got offended by it. She got offended and told her boyfriend, and then she ended up seeing my wife at a restaurant. Told my wife that that I was trying to hit on her, and like all type of bullshit, just total lies. And so when I came to the restaurant to meet my wife that day, when they were both there together, they came outside. They had gotten to like a little argument inside the restaurant. And they came outside, and when I seen both of them, I'm like, "Oh God, I know I'm in trouble." We get into an argument outside the restaurant, and just a long story, so I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. We get into a restaurant. People come outside the restaurant. They're like, "Get out of here!" I go home. Her brothers start calling me. They start threatening to kill me. They're saying that she told them I slapped her, scratched her car, ran her in a ditch. It didn't happen. Complete lies. And she did end up apologizing to me after I got out of prison about lying. She wishes she would have told the truth. Well, I wish she would have too, because now her brother's not alive. So they come to my house. Me and my wife get into an argument over it because now these guys are at our house because of my bullshit. And so then I'm like, I'm gonna go over to these guys' house, tell them leave me alone, stay away from my shit. Your sister is lying. I go over there. One of the guys runs out in the street in front of my vehicle. I run off the road to miss him. Another guy jumps on the side of it, falls off. The truck runs him over. The back wheels run him over. I didn't even see this happen. I felt the truck bounce, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Well, when they had ran out in the street, um, I could click. I was like, these dudes ain't trying to talk. They're not gonna hear my shit. So I didn't stop. I just kept going. And like I said, the one guy jumped on the side of the truck. It was nighttime. I had a big dump truck. It was high up in the air. My windows were tinted. There was no street lights. I didn't see what happened. However, right after that, somebody called my cell phone and said, "Hey man, your truck just came through and ran this dude over, and the guy's dead." I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit! Like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, I didn't even see that happen, and that's not why I went over there. Well, I never reported it. Never had a warrant for my arrest. I didn't go down and say anything to the cops at the time. Being who I was in the neighborhood where I was from, the cops were looking for any reason to hammer me. And I was like, holy fuck, there's a dead person. I didn't intentionally do it, but I don't even know what to say. Like, who's been in the shoes before that can say, I know what to say? Most people don't ever have this type of situation happen. And so I was scared about it. I was panicked, and I moved out of state for 3 years. 3 years later, they pressed charges on me, and they charged me with first degree murder and put me in county jail for first degree murder, which is a capital felony, death sentence. I'm like, man, you dudes are tripping, death sentence. And there's way more to the story, little details that I'll tell when I make a video about it. Um, in the end, I pled out to a manslaughter charge because they offered me manslaughter. I said, no, I'm not guilty of that. I'm guilty of leaving the scene of an accident involving a death. However, when I didn't take their manslaughter offer, they came back and charged me with attempted murder on the other brother and leaving the scene of an accident involving death. And I was going to trial on second degree murder. I'm like, damn, you got me in a catch 22 right here. There's no beating all these. If you go to trial and lose any one of them, you're getting every bit of whatever they can give you. So I went back and I said, hey, I'll take that manslaughter charge that you offered me. And when I took that, I pled out to the judge, got to tell the judge my side of the story. End result, in court, the judge looked at me and said, it's clear to the court what happened was an accident. If you would have went to trial, no criminal jury would have found you guilty. But because you didn't tell us what happened, I'm going to give you 10 years to think about it. So in essence, what he just said was I was innocent, but because I didn't tell them what happened, he was giving me 10 years to think about it. I was like, 10 years to think about it? Bitch, I've been thinking about this for years. You want to give me 10 more years to think about it? I'm going to think about this for the rest of my life. I don't need to sit in prison and think about it for 10 years. I just felt like it was unjustified when he just said that I was innocent. I felt like I was guilty of leaving the scene of an accident involving a death, which I was, but nobody gets 10 years for that. So I was like, man, this bitch. I was mad at the time. I wasn't really accepting my fault. And so I said, I'm not doing 10 years. I'm getting out of here. And as soon as I got to prison, I started looking like, how can I get out of here? I got to get out of here some type of way. And I came up with a plan. Got a female guard to help me escape. She brought me a uniform, and I hid it. Got away, got us out of prison. Got caught the same exact day. Got put into solitary confinement for 2.5 years. Didn't get any visitation for, I think, like 4 years. It was a rough time. But that was the turning point, the catalyst of my thinking. Like, when they put me in solitary confinement, I had nothing but time to think. And it completely changed my life for the better, which gave me the ability to become home and be able to share my story with you guys and teach people what I learned while I was in there dealing with the most harsh negative situation you can imagine going through with a positive mindset. And through that, over the years of telling my story on here, people would always ask for advice or tell me that I'm encouraging them or motivating them. I'm like, wait a minute, how can I take my pieces of advice and like put it together into a program that's applicable in any form of life, like to succeed? Because ultimately we're trying to succeed, whether you're trying to succeed at happiness financially, whether you're just trying to be a better person in life, whether you're trying to get a better job or build a better career. No matter what it is, you can succeed through a proper mindset. And so telling my story, um, and getting the positive feedback from everybody gave me the encouragement to build my course that I built. And so there you go. I'm gonna do more video on it, and I'm gonna put all the videos back on my YouTube channel about why I went to prison, about the escape, about the solitary confinement. So yeah, I hope you got a little bit of clearer picture from that. Sounds like a narcissist. They always do the blame game. Oh man, was a narcissist. Yeah, they do that, man. Flo Z Fresh Out clip was a vocal movie. It was too. Yeah, I agree. Take as long as you need. You're in very good. That word always gives me raccoons. Do you think if you went in right after it happened, the judge would have let you, would have actually let you off like he told you? No, I wouldn't even made it to the judge. The prosecutor told my attorney, if he told my attorney out of their mouth, if he would have came and told us what happened, we would have never pressed charges. The prosecutor told my attorney, the one that prosecuted me in court, said if he would have came and told us what happened, we would not have pressed charges. The prosecutor said that. So you're saying that. So now what you're saying is you're mad because I did not tell you what happened. So you're going to take it upon your personal decision to give me a first degree murder charge when you just said to my attorney, if I would have told you what happened, you wouldn't even charge me. Like that's a personal vendetta, but it's cool because I grew from it. Pressure makes diamonds. Yeah, no doubt, brother. Lily said, wow, thank you for sharing. Yeah, no problem. Greatly. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Anaya Hinton, happy Thanksgiving. Sending lots of love from London, UK. Are you guys celebrating Thanksgiving over there? I mean, that's like an American holiday, but what do you guys do over there? Like, what holiday do you have coming up or going on? Or are you American living in the UK? Um, Nevertheless, appreciate the love from the UK. And thank you guys for being on here. Like, it's Thanksgiving, major holiday in America. People do celebrate it around the world if they're, typically if they're American. Um, and the fact that anybody is sitting on here right now, spending their time listening to me ramble and talk and hopefully encourage somebody is pretty major. So I greatly appreciate the fact that anybody's sitting on here with me. I mean, we even got somebody like we got UK, we got Ireland, we got somebody in Australia. It's 3 a.m. in Australia. They're studying and we're listening to them live. So I greatly appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Love watching your video. We don't celebrate here, but we have Black Friday. So yeah, looking forward to that. Black Friday sale coming tomorrow. You got Cyber Monday, you got Black Friday. So we're going to be Airbnb-ing our house. I know I keep telling you guys that, but we're going to Airbnb our house. We got to buy a lot of things for the house prior to Airbnb it. Like it's a wreck right now. Let me show you guys. And we're trying to buy a lot of the stuff for during Black Friday. Like we're gonna get probably some new kitchenware, newer stuff that we're gonna leave, not our personal stuff. So we got to get a lot of stuff for in here for the kitchen. Got to get a lot of stuff for the bedrooms. Doing some more work today. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see the black wall. You see the wood trim. So I did all the wood trim around that, and then wife's like, "Oh, it needs to look a little bit better." So I bought some more wood yesterday. Got to paint it, got to cut it, put it on the wall. We got to do some more decorations that we're trying to get on Black Friday as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to Black Friday. Definitely looking forward to that. And then putting this house on Airbnb ASAP. Here, let me show you guys this for those of you that haven't seen it. So this is the kitchen area. You got a hole in the floor. You put a speaker down inside here. That way when you're having a family party. Oh, this little fella too. You want a belly rub? You want a belly rub? Oh, he wants a belly rub. Oh. So this goes out from the kitchen, right? So if you're here in the kitchen, again, my house is dirty. Please overlook the mess. If you're in the kitchen, you want to, you got people out here. That wall or window extends. It's an electric garage door opener or a garage door. And then you got these. These are really cool. They're not electric. You got this one. You got huge, huge, huge rose tree right here. I mean, this thing is enormous, man. Like, dumb, ridiculous big. You got another garage door over here that rolls up also for the patio. So when you're sitting out here, we got a huge fan up top. You got these industrial beams. Of course, you got a treadmill. This is going to move, though. Treadmill is going to move. Got a big TV out here to watch. Got the hammock. Everything's a mess. And we got a lot of work to do. But we got to clean all this up, the tool area. But let me show you guys this. He likes flowers. There's a beautiful rose right there. Check this out, though. This thing is blooming like mad. I mean, this is dope. Like, this is what's so cool is like knowing. I got a story for you guys. Like, look at this. Who the fuck doesn't like roses? Who does? I mean, they even have a saying, "Smell the roses," right? But the fact that I'm able to enjoy this shit on the daily, right? Not sitting in prison, not sitting in confinement. You know, oftentimes we take this little shit for granted, like being able to smell the roses, right? Like being able to smell this rose. Sometimes we take that shit for granted. And sometimes it takes like really being taken away from life to realize how important. Well, just that. You hear the wind chime? Like, you don't hear that shit in prison. The only metal you hear in prison is motherfucker with a knife. Literally. And so it's just really cool to be able to enjoy this type of shit. Let me show you the guys at the front. It's pretty up here too. Well, I've done a lot of work on the gardening stuff. But look at these roses. These things are really pretty. I mean, they're already bloomed, but like she got a bunch of them. Big pink one. This one's pink and white. Let me see if I can get a good angle at it. I mean, this thing's beautiful. Like, beautiful. And a papaya tree. These, she's from Thailand. The papaya is really big over there. So we planted this tree a couple of years ago. It's actually got fruit on it right now. So, anyways, my point is that we were talking about doing work. We were talking about Black Friday. But every time I look at this type of shit, I'm just like, man, I can remember just a little while back, like sitting in fucking prison in solitary confinement, being in a place around people that you don't want to be around, right? You can't go to the refrigerator. You can't turn the light on. You can't do what the fuck you want to do. You definitely ain't smelling the roses because they ain't got no roses in there. Like, no smelling the roses. So it gives you a sense of appreciation that fuck you just might not. A lot of people don't even realize like how important it is to appreciate the little small shit in life and how many things we have that are just like fucking huge and valuable, you know? So yeah, and then we got this area right here. If you guys haven't seen this, got the gym on the back of the house. I got to do a little bit of work to this thing too. Um, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Oh, she's from the UK. Got the phone booth on here. You guys have the real one though. The house is amazing. Thank you. Love the electric one. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful roses. Yeah, sure. Have you got your Second Amendment rights back? Nope, I cannot do that. I have a conviction for sales of cocaine, manslaughter, and escape from prison. They're not giving me my rights back, brother. Um, got a hot tub out here, privacy wall. This house will make a really cool Airbnb, though, if you think about it. I don't know if you guys who on here likes to travel. If you do any Airbnbs, this is a really cool hammock right here. It's not the hammock part isn't on it right now, but the framework is really cool to it. You got an A-frame swing over there. You got all the whole yard to chill in. It's like a pretty fun place. It's dirty right now, like I said, it's a wreck. But when I clean it up, this is why the wife told me to move it. She's like, move this damn car out of my grass. It's killing my grass. You got more workout area over there. You got a deck up top. So, for the people that come on Airbnb, they want to chill on the deck and the privacy off the bedroom. You got that option, which is really cool. Um, yeah. So it's going to be fun, man. Super excited to see how this property is going to do on Airbnb. It's going to be our first Airbnb property that we're putting on Airbnb. We bought two other properties earlier this year, but we're doing long-term rental on those. It's actually doing pretty well. Just got a second person in the second house renting it. That's going to be a good positive cash flow. If you have the ability to get into real estate, rental market, good money in it. And for instance, renting this house, I can rent it for like $4,000 a month right now. Just renting it regular long-term rental. Putting it on Airbnb completely changes it to like 8,900, 9,000 a month. Big money. You do got a lot of fees associated with it, but in the end, well worth it. Let's see. No, I didn't get my rights back. I remember you bought the pellet rifle. I went out and bought the same one. I just gave that thing away, man. It was a air pellet rifle. I just gave it away, actually. I had a bunch of them. I probably bought like 6 of them, and I gave them all away except for one pistol. I'll show it to you. I just felt like they were cool. They were fun, but it's not quite the real thing. And I don't know. I feel like I don't really need it. Oh, the garage is a mess. I'm gonna be giving this away too. I'm gonna be giving the jet ski away. One of those. The garage is a big, big mess. Let's see. I got a pistol in here somewhere. Not that one. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Oh, I knew I had one. I knew I had one. Yeah. This one, it's got the laser sight on it too. Right there in the front. Yeah. But I don't really do anything with it, to be honest with you, man. Who would like to win the jet ski? It's a 2021 Sea-Doo Spark. This is an old jet ski, but it's a highly sought after jet ski. It's crazy because they don't make these anymore. It's called XP. But let me see. This was actually raced in. So the people we got it from are from Lake Havasu, and they're a race team. Their name is Hill, their last name is Hill, and their race team is called Hill Family Racing. So we actually, it's a badass jet ski. It's an older one, but they, like I said, they don't make them anymore. And like people love those. There's like a resurgence of people that actually want those jet skis. I'm probably going to give it away too. Before I do, I'm going to change the coloring on it to red and black. You know, match the brand, the FYTON brand. So yeah. Anyways, man, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Appreciate you guys jumping on here with me. You should get a Vulcan M17. It's an air gun. They can use rubber rounds. Oh no shit! I have to check that out. Vulcan M17. Yeah. I'll check that out for sure. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Listen, no matter where you're at, what you are going through, fight on. Fuck your thoughts of negativity. When you can learn to just fuck your thoughts of negativity in a positive way, as confrontational as that sounds, you're telling yourself when you're going through some bullshit. You're feeling like, oh, damn. Oh, not again. Oh, fuck, I can't make it. No, it's your thoughts telling you this, tricking you, deceiving you. And then you're feeding them these fucking thoughts. So when you can learn to say, fuck your thoughts of negativity when they come, and you just put them in a stranglehold and you're like, nah, bitch, you ain't running me. I'm taking over my thoughts. Your life completely changes. Completely. You can succeed at anything you're trying to do in life. You can find the ultimate form of happiness. Your relationships grow. Doors start to open for you. You're creating a vibration in life of belief. You have these fundamentals in place. Then when you apply these systematically with a plan, you're unstoppable. Who doesn't want to be unstoppable? You know? Rotten Apple News, what up, brother? Happy Thanksgiving. When are you giving the bike away? Rolling losing dice. I don't have a giveaway date. We got 600 entries total that were available on the bike. Still got quite a few left. So I don't have a giveaway date because if I set a date right now, let's just be real. If I set a date for December 1st, we ain't even covered the transport fee on the giveaways yet. So every time somebody enters the win, you go to my website, fighton.org. Every single entry, every single order is logged in. It's got an order confirmation number. All of that's linked to your telephone number, your email, your address, your name. And so it's all organized in the back end. And once we hit 600 entries for the bike, that's when we're going to do the giveaway. So just waiting on that. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Remember, fight on no matter what the fuck you're going through. Keep your head up.